How are you? Nice to see you. It definitely has a European feel to it, part of Boston. I think it's pretty authentic. We have a lot of Italian people that make up this neighborhood. One of the best Little Italies in the country. My name is Bobby Eustace, and I am the owner of Polcari's Coffee. When Mr. Polcari, he left the business to me, I feel like I'm a museum keeper. Give him the family price, so you're gonna get that too. The shop is still here, it's 87 years going. When people come in here, I think they can see it's a genuine, authentic, nice feel. And when people walk in, what do they say? I love this store, it's a cute store.
Great smells in here, man. You guys got a very nice place.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Orderly disarray. That's what it is. That's going to be how I describe this store. When things aren't too perfect, they're beautiful. 3240. I've got this 1909 Fisher-Price cash register, which is it's an old Swedish register. Yeah, these scales behind me are 100 years old. And when the original one broke down, I said, that's the centerpiece. That's me behind the counter. That's my signature pose. So I panicked. And then and then 4 letters came to me, eBay. I searched the model. I found 2. I couldn't believe it.
He helping you?
Yes,
He is helping me, more than helping me.
This is my wall of fame. You know, a lot of history here. As you can see, I've got, we're starting off first with our founder up top here. See the gentleman standing in front of flowers? That was Anthony Polcari. Anthony Polcari comes over from Italy. He's 20 years old, and he gets a job during the Depression. And he saves money during the Depression, and he opens up his business. It was his dream to go into business. I can't think of anybody who's taught me more about life than Mr. Polcari. You know, I worked 26 years with him, and he was like a second dad to me. And he's a great instructor and a teacher. And he taught me how to act and compose myself on this side of the counter as well as out on the other side of the counter. Just a wonderful influence on my life. Get some modern pastry, nice, and some Polcari's coffee. What's better than that? All you need is flowers. Oh, wait a minute, you got them. I learned how to wait on a customer, how to be polite to somebody, how to be firm when it's time to be firm, how not to be firm when it's time not to be firm. Excuse me, do we have a heckler in the audience? I love this picture of Ralph. He looks so cool, and that was one of his many personalities right there. He's just letting it go and letting it roll and had a beautiful smile. When I think of Ralph, I think of an infectious personality with charisma. So I had the luxury of hanging around with a guy that everyone wanted to hang out with. Just watching him, how he conducted himself, how he gave me orders and how to conduct myself. And Bobby, don't do it like this. He just, all these little things in the shop. I didn't realize it, but he was poising me to be the boss one day. That separation of us created a little bit of some talks. And he said, Bobby, I want you to know if you stick with me, you're going to be king someday. And I know what that meant. It was just a verbal agreement. And he was true on his promise. Maybe he saw a kid that was that loved him to death and wanted to preserve his legacy and carry on his good name in his shop. And I always say his spirit floats around in the shop, and I drink it occasionally. Gotta do a sidewalk delivery.
How are ya?
We're going back in time.
Oh, back in time?
Yeah.
1983.
There's Albie with hair. There's me with hair.
You can put it on the market and sell it to somebody that doesn't really know the neighborhood and the neighborhood doesn't really know them. But the way it happened is just so smooth that you couldn't find a better person to leave it to. So yeah, it was a good mix.
Have you heard a song?
Ralph saw me sing at weddings and functions. He thought my appendix was bursting when I was singing. He liked singers like Frank Sinatra, you know, crooners and smooth, and my guttural style of vocal might have been a little harsh, but he liked the fact that I had the courage to go up there and do it.
Yeah. Let me say happy birthday to Franco.
Yeah. On your way out, sure.
As this is grinding.
Buon Capodanno! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Franco. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, Bob.
Frank Susi, happy birthday.
Thanks, Bob.
It's my pleasure, bro.
Made those steaks the other night.
All right, I'm going to charge you the right price, what Frank pays.
25 for him.
$50. No.
No.
No, $10. 10's fine. Yes, I am.
Thanks, Bob.
I am sure he'll break my legs.
Appreciate that.
This guy.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Here we go. Where are you from, sir?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, nice. Married in Rhode Island.
Oh yeah, whereabouts?
Block Island.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's a great story of an immigrant that comes to America, that works hard during the Depression, and he makes some money. His dream is to go into business, and he opens up this shop, you know, in 1932. And, you know, here we are. The shop is still here. It's 87 years going, and I'd like to make it 100. I think I got 13 years in me. I may see you tomorrow if you're around.
All right.
All right? Thank you. Awesome, man.